Hi everyone, this is Akash. So in this video we'll try to learn Git, and we'll use GitHub as a source code management tool. So let's get started and we'll go to our github.com and try to create a new repository using this button, and we'll name it Git Basics. Please name it whatever you want. You can make it public or private, and it's your wish. You can add a readme file or you can skip it. For simplicity purpose, let me keep it default, and let's create repository. And here Git will give us the URL of this repository, so we can take this, we can copy that, and we can open any of the folder in our machine, and we can open command prompt there. We can use git bash as well, so it's up to you. Usually I prefer git bash, but let's quickly clone this repository and then switch to git bash. So the first command we'll learn is git clone and the URL of your repository. That's it. Since this repository is public, we won't get any errors. We can directly clone it, and we also get a small warning here. It says you appear to have cloned an empty repository, because we have created an empty repository which doesn't have any files here. So now we should be having a new folder with the name of your repository, and that should be empty. So we can open this folder in any of your favorite IDE. I'm using VS Code. Let's add one file and let's name it readme.md, and we'll try to learn a few more commands using this single file. Okay, now we have added one file, and we can open a terminal in VS Code using control and tilde operator, and you can use command prompt or git bash. Let me switch to git bash because that's my favorite terminal to use Git. So here we could see that we're already on the main branch. This is the default branch, and we can add a file to the git stage by using a command called git add dot. Dot means add all the files which are ready to be added to the stage. And we can see that the files getting moved from changed state to staged state. So before running this command, the file is in this changed section. Once we run this command, the file has been moved into stage section, and we can do the same thing using the VS Code IDE as well. If I click this option, the file will be moved to changed state again. See, and if I run this add dot command, it will be moved again to the staged changes section. So whenever we're trying to move or commit a few changes from our local repository to a remote repository, we have to first move these files into stage section and then commit them and then push them. So we have done our first step, which is adding the required files to the stage section. So at the moment we would like to add this one file. We would like to commit only this one file, and we have moved that file to the stage section, and we can add a commit. So the command for the commit is git commit -m. M stands for message, and you can write any message you want. The general practice is to write a brief, meaningful message of the changes that you have done. So we can say add readme file, something like this, and hit enter. So this will create a commit which has all the files from your stage section. So now you can push this file to your remote repository. So to the right of my screen, I have this remote repository here. If I even refresh now, we won't see any changes yet. Now if I do git push, this git push alone works absolutely fine, but I usually recommend doing git push origin main. So what we're trying to say is that git push the current branch to origin of main branch. So if you hit enter now, this branch will be pushed to the remote branch, and if we refresh our repository, we should see a new branch called main, as well as the one commit which we have just did. So if I click here, this one, so it opens up and it says the commit name is commit message is add readme file, and you have committed only one file which has this content. So this is your first commit. Okay, and so far we have learned git clone, git add, git commit, git push, and what else. So you can create new branches using git checkout -b command, and you can give your new branch name in this double quotes. You can say first new branch. So it is recommended to use underscore or hyphen in between the words of your branch name. Usually I prefer using hyphens, and if I hit enter, you will be checked out to a new branch called first new branch. You can also see that branch name here, and this branch will be created from your current branch, which is main. So you can do any other changes on this branch. You can try to update the same file from this branch, updated from test branch, something like this. And if you save this file, you will be seeing this updated file in your git diff. And here m stands for modified, so it's a little handy to understand which files have been updated. And you can also see that m here in your file explorer. So, and you can do the same thing which you have done. You can add this file to your stage, and you can create a commit editor readme content, and you can push the same commit to your remote repository. And now this commit will be pushed to this branch, not to your main branch. So you can say git push origin. Usually what I do is I'll just type git branch to see all the branches in my local, and it shows that these we currently have two branches, which are these two. And I'll copy that branch name, and I'll just say git push origin and paste this branch name. So this commit which we have just created will be pushed to the remote repository. And here git also shows that I have just pushed this new branch. And if I refresh now, or I can click compare and pull to create a pull request from first new branch to the main branch. Ideally, in most of the repositories, the long living branch would be the main branch, which contains the actual source code of the production environment. So it's the usual practice of creating pull requests from your custom branches or new branches to the main branch. So yeah, so this is how we can create a new branch, add changes to the stage file, push, commit. So these are a couple of commonly used git commands in daily basis. So yeah, thank you for watching. See you in the next video.